Welcome to Sex, Lies, and Blank Pages with our very special guest, Krystyna Allyn. Welcome! Yay!
Hey, I am so excited to have you on. We all know you, but for our audience who's listening, readers and authors alike, and whoever else just stumbled onto this, could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, hi. My favorite introduction I like to use is, "Hey, I'm Krystyna Allyn. I write books that people kiss in or other things." But yes, I am Krystyna Allyn. I write romance. I'm a mood writer, so I write in multiple genres. I have,
I can show and tell for those
oh,
who
yes.
don't.
Oh, you know
Yes.
what?
I
I
can
did put
show and
books here. So
tell.
that's,
I can
oh,
show and tell.
look, I have show and tell too,
Ah,
but it's like backwards. So I don't know. It's
Oh,
not
and
helpful.
it's also get
Yeah.
fuzzy.
Colleen's is
Gotta go
helpful.
forward.
I
show
write
and tell.
paranormal, contemporary. There's some funny things. There's some
Oh, I have
slow
two of
burns in
those.
there. I just bounce around because I'm probably bipolar, but we don't
Yes.
know yet.
And for our listeners who can't see, those titles you just held up are
Oh, uh, Colleen,
as
Finding
Finding
Kylie.
Kylie, Saving Heather,
Yay.
Redeeming Marco. I love
Yay.
this series.
Yay.
Fantastic. And then we also have,
We have to hide the, well,
yes,
those
these
covers,
are
I have to tell
good.
you about those covers. I'll tell you a story. So I was like, when I first started writing and I was publishing, I didn't care what the covers were. You know how it's the whole thing, like you can't show like a nip or whatever. So I got yelled at for the first Finding Kylie cover because the person had to handle it. They're like, "Oh, this is like
Oh,
kidnapping," or so. I forget what the Amazon said to me. It was like threats. So I changed the cover to, let me see, do I have it with me? Yes.
Do you have the original?
So it's kind of like abs,
yeah.
but
With the
like
wolf.
it actually has a wolf on it. And yeah, I got yelled at. And that one, I don't have the cover. It's like somewhere, but I changed that cover to similar, but she has her bra covered. I just was very excited for the covers. I was like, oh, these are
Love
great.
those covers.
Jen, who's my cover designer, she kind of was like, oh yeah, this is great. And then Amazon was like, this is not great.
This is not.
So these are
Well, those
paranormal.
Well,
suck because I love those covers.
Well, the one Finding Kylie, Saving Heather, Redeeming Marco, a paranormal, kind of like a paranormal fantasy because it's like every creature you can think of is in there. And then the other one she had, Finishing in the New Year. That's the second book in the Sexy Romantic series, and that is contemporary comedy. Coming for Christmas. Yes,
It's
that
freaking
one. Let me tell you
hysterical.
something. Coming for Christmas. I have to tell you a story about that. So that one, I was like, hey, I need to write something that's really off the wall, that was over the top on purpose, that someone will read later and go, what the hell was this? So that is coming for Christmas. It is like very raunchy. I always say raunchy. It's like literally like very. It's a lot. And I kind of calmed down with each book in the series. Like the second one, Finishing in the New Year, was a little less, and then the third one, Seducing My Valentine, was a little less. But Coming for Christmas, I stumbled on a podcast about it randomly. I have to send you the link because I was just like, "What? When did this happen?" It was like two guys who read my book and were talking about it, and I didn't feel terrible. I kind of was just like laughing because I was like, "Oh wow!" Heather listened to. She's like, "Kira, I listened to it." I was like, I mean, it didn't bother me because I knew it was over the top and they were taking it seriously, so it didn't bother me. But it's just funny.
Wait, were they being mean about it?
It wasn't me per se. Like they were just kind of going through it. It didn't hurt. Like
like,
I have no, like, I things don't hurt me. I'm compartmentalized, so it's like, oh, that's, it's out there. Someone will read it. So
it's like that kind of stuff. When they take it seriously, they're like analytically, like this couldn't
I
be
was like,
possible. You're like, that's not the point.
like,
Literally
can we
not the
curse here?
point.
Like, because I can tell you, so,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
will like throw some, whatever. But it was kind of like, oh yeah, we're gonna, read a book about, them having sex in the sex shop randomly in New York, some random sex shop that I picked in New York that they had like a whole threesome in there. Like, it was just like, it was such a random book, but it was like just on the fly. I was like, let me just write something silly, and wrote it in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and people love that book. I
You just
just
had fun. Well, it sounds like
It,
you just had fun writing it, and therefore it's just fun to read.
Oh yeah, totally. It's like, and people take it seriously. And I'm like, yes, it is. Even the dirty talk is like really cringe. It's like really
it's campy, and that's what makes it so fun and funny, and
Mhm.
just it's a fun read.
And
Yeah,
it's really good.
it was
Now,
really fun, right?
I don't see my favorite covers, the comic ones.
Oh,
Oh, I saw
Yeah,
that. Those
I
are
will show
so
you those.
cute.
I
Yeah,
love
Those are
those.
I'm
my
being yelled at
favorite.
because I'm still working on love and cosplay because I am like I have
Mhm.
squirrel brain.
You're always
But
being yelled at.
this is the first one, Comic Complication, which I have notes in it because I'm writing. This is like my art copy because I ran out of copies. But this is Comic Complications,
So
and it takes place at Comic-Con. It's like a really short read and super fun. Second one is Romancing the Book Nerd, which takes place at a romance book convention, and
I
it
love
involves cover
that one.
models, twins, and surprise pregnancy.
Oh my
So
God,
I'll be
I need both of
snagging
those
those. Are
so
you gonna be
bad.
Love Me
Billy?
Cosplay is in the works, and it takes place at anime convention. I think I'm spending more
What
time on it
two
because I'm into anime,
great,
so it's like, I
yeah,
want to get it right.
both of those like situations, what two great stories. I mean, Comic-Cons are insane.
They
Yes.
really
And
are,
there's
yeah.
so much like sex and like, I mean, there's that, everybody dressed up and there's just all this stuff. And you're like, oh my God, the storylines, like, I mean, just me sitting behind the table, like the little innocent me, it's just like half the time is like, yeah, sell my books. I'm watching everybody else. It is just
I can tell you a
wow.
story. Like I go to Comic Cons and anime conventions every year, and a lot of stuff I put in there. Like I put in real vendors who I knew in there, and I put in like real things that happened. I think there's this one scene where we have Spider-Man climbing the scaffolding. Like if you've ever been to the Javits Center, they have this scaffolding area. This literally happened, and there's like a whole security around this guy who's dressed as Spider-Man, and people are like making jokes, like, "Oh, Spider-Man," they're holding their mics. What do you have to say? Like this is the kind of stuff that
And
comics.
somebody reading it, it's like, oh, this had never happened. You're like,
I was like,
actually,
it actually did happen.
Exactly.
Yes, it did.
Literally. So you bebop around and you write whatever you feel like writing. What is, for our listeners and our watchers, what is your favorite? What is the one you would recommend? They can be two different ones if you
Ugh.
want.
Okay.
You always get that face.
Because I like, well, the one that my favorite, I can't say because for contractual reasons, I can't say why. But I'll tell you afterwards. It's nothing bad. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. I
Now I
just
want you
can't
to
say anything.
spill
I know
everything.
my
Well, no, it's
Yeah,
not bad.
right.
Trust me. It's like, it's one of those things where it was published, but it had to be unpublished for reasons. So that's why I say contractual, but not like bad reasons. It's just one of those things, which I'm not going to mention. But I have to say that my first book is my book, even though like I can't, that's so hard. Damn it. That's so hard.
I know.
Okay,
It's
how
like,
about
Well,
well,
this?
which one
especially
is your first one?
My
Is that
first one is
finding?
Finding Kylie.
That's what I thought.
And
Yes.
I can say it's my favorite per se because it was my first book. It was my first foray into writing. I made everything up and had nothing to back it. It was that good book. I was just like, I'm going to write a paranormal. And I just started writing. And then as I'm writing, I'm thinking, I think I need to do another because I decided this is me. My brain was like, let's give it a cliffhanger. And I gave it a cliffhanger ending. But then I had got to the second book and I was like, oh shit, I have to like actually do research and figure out. Because I like made everything up. I love writing because I can just make shit up and people will believe it. So, but like I had to go back, like for the second book, I had to sit down and say, okay, we have to create this lore. Like I kind of have a book for it in my brain for the hybrid series. It's in my brain. But I will say my second favorite, or I should say what I recommend to read if you're paranormal, is Twisted Origin, because this is my most recent one. And this is like the one where I actually had to spend a lot of time because I had to research. It has a lot of Gaelic Irish influences, and I had to do a lot of research for this book. And it has like 20, I don't know why I was thinking, but it has a lot of characters, and I had a spreadsheet. Like I had a whole spreadsheet for this. So this one is the one that I say if you're paranormal. Now, if you're contemporary and you want something over the top, of course, coming for Christmas, but if you want something like comedy and you're like, please, no dick swinging, like there's some, but it's like limited. They go with complications.
it's in a Spider-Man outfit there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's actually the first Comic Complications. It's like a nerd and bougie girl romance. Like the girl is such a bougie bitch and the guy's a nerd and he basically like because she would have the premise of the story is this: she's a reporter and she got caught on a hot mic saying something very unpleasant. So as a punishment, she has to wear Comic-Con, and that's like not her scene. So and there she meets the nerd who is like basically telling her that she's trash, and it's like this back and forth enemies and lovers. And it's like I was very surprised how fast, like it was a quick story and it actually had like really good development and people just they love that book. That actually was my USA Today bestseller. That one was because it was a part of a anthology. So that one was a pretty popular one.
I love that. I love this freaking so much. I also think that the raunchy one was sold very well.
Yeah, it was
Colleen and her expressions. Yeah.
It's great.
literally, can I like I laugh because when I try to Google it, it always comes up as coming home for Christmas, which I just like you can't find it because I think they're afraid they're like coming for Christmas. Why? And I'm like, yes, that was on purpose too. Like if you
The
look at the
pun was
titles of
intended.
that
Yeah.
series, coming for Christmas, finishing in the new year, and
Yeah.
introducing balance, like those are literally. I was just like, yes, let's make this a theme.
I didn't
And
even
so
know about those, and I don't know how I didn't know about
I
those.
know. I'm like, how did my life go on? It's funny because I know you knew Colleen before, and she kept telling me, she's like, oh, and your panel, because we met at Book Bonanza on a
Mhm.
panel. And still this day, you are pretty much one of my favorite seat partners next to me. I was like, I don't even know what they're asking me. I'm having so much fun with you. And it was just so much fun because I just remember like they asked us about like, writing love stories, and all of us are like, oh, we love slow burn. You're like, fuck no, I want them banging in the first chapter. I was like, we're gonna be friends.
I was like, give me all this theme. And it's
Like,
funny because like right now I read a lot of I still read romance, but I read a lot of like comics now and they're like steamy comics. And literally chapter 6, they're banging. I'm like, yes, this is what I want. I want all the steamy Korean or Japanese, whatever comics that have this in it with pictures, so it's great.
Like Dick Fight Island.
Hmm?
Like Dick Fight Island.
Oh yeah, well, Oh, it's even worse than Dick.
shot.
Like some of them, it's so crazy. Some of them, you're just like, damn, it's just like 2 seconds in, and it's like you see this thing staring at you.
I love it. I want to take a little bit of a turn because I have a question that I ask everybody.
Okay.
And you don't have to answer it if you don't want to. I always preface with that, but only one person has not answered. But if you could be number 2 if you want.
Good
It's
luck.
what is your, and you can answer half, but not the other half. What is your high high? Everybody answers that. What is your low low? We had somebody who is very much into energy and manifesting, and she did not want to answer the low low one. But what do you think? Your high high. I should have sent this question before too, so you had time to
I
think.
know, because now I have to actually use some
I
critical
know.
thinking.
Right? I know, right? I'm like, I feel
So
that.
you mean my high in life in general?
No, in this career,
In this career?
yeah.
My high is my USA Today bestseller. I couldn't believe that actually. I wasn't really expecting that. I was just like, oh, being an anthology, sure, whatever. Here's the book, haha, laughs. And then I saw US, and I just was like, oh, that happened. And sometimes when I'm like, out or whatever, introducing myself, someone goes, "You should say you're a USA Today bestseller." I was like, "Oh yeah, I have that thing. I should talk about that." But I never.
it's
I
so
never
hard
think
for
about
us.
that when I write. It's not even like in my like. I just
Yeah.
write, just like honestly, like I write for fun, just to do it. I'm not like let me be as popular as author XYZ. I'm just like, I'm just hanging out. So I'll do a couple signings and push some books, and if they like them, they like them. If not,
I
you
would
know,
love for them to blow up because they make you feel good. And you know what this world needs more of?
Yeah.
Them
yeah.
making people feel good.
Seriously, listen. I am an
And coming
advocate
for
of doing things that
Christmas.
make you feel good.
Like make you feel real good.
Yeah, seriously.
The gift that keeps on giving.
I guess my low, I won't like go too into it, but like I had a lot of like for the past, I think I want to say like year and a half, I've had a lot of problems writing, but I attribute that because I lost my parents, one in 2020 and one in 2022. So it's like back to back losing your parents, and it kind of like, it made me like think of things a lot differently. It made me say, you know what, I'm gonna do all these other things. Writing's great, but like I'm gonna do all these other things to try to fulfill my life and not say that I'm gonna be left behind, whatever, but it's just like, I see all my friends with their successes when they're doing their writing. I'm like, I'm gonna get back to that, but I'm gonna do all these things. So I consider that a low, and I'm working my way back up. So I'm like trying to write more because I think I noticed a lot of authors have taken time off, but I mean, it's been a trying time. Like it's been past several years, it's been trying for a lot of people. So, but I'm glad that I took that time off. Like you saw, I took my trip, which was great. And
It looked amazing.
it was, yeah, you seen the picture, so like, so,
Oh, I
and I'm
haven't.
trying to go
Where'd you
back,
go?
but just like doing those kind of things, just things that'll help me fulfill my life, but at the same time, I'm getting like a lot of like stuff for writing because I have like things I'm gonna put in what my experience was over there, so,
You know what a good splash would be? Special editions.
Oh my God, here she goes
I
again.
know, listen.
Even
I have
So I
something,
have to admit,
I
the
have some
Comic-Con one,
busy
I would
work.
love
I
to
just
get a
have to
special
finish
edition
this
of
one
that.
book, so
I
I'm sorry.
have this. Oops, sorry. I have this idea. I'm just going to throw it out there because Colleen
Go.
said the gift that keeps on giving, and it's a set of three. Your three right there, the coming for Christmas,
Mhm.
finishing on the New Year. Is that what it
In
is?
the new year.
In the
In the
New
new
Year.
year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the Valentine's one, all in three special editions and make that a splash. And I think that it would be fantastic.
I
I would,
do have one special edition which has all of them in there with a side story. And
is
it's
that the bow
some
one? Is there a
that's
bow
the
one?
one with the bridge, the New York
A
Bridge,
bridge.
that one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I can't I thought about putting that in a hardcover because I was thinking about that, but maybe because I love that series so much. It was really fun, right?
I do
Like
too.
my hook for the second book is they had sex in the elevator in chapter two. That was my hook for for the second book in chapter two. And so it was like in chapter two, I was like, yes. I always have these like random scenes where people hook up where they're not supposed to be. Like in one book that I can't mention, in chapter four, this I don't know if it was short, but they were on a she was on a date with another guy and she with the guy she wanted in the separate from the date while the guy was busy doing something else. I love doing that. Like that's why I can't
I
I'll
do like
save that
that
book
scene where,
offline, but that's like that
yeah.
book was like so I had so much fun writing that book next to some other ones, but that one I was just like, wow, what is this guy doing?
And that's what I enjoy about your books because I see your humor come through in your writing. And that I can really appreciate that because I know you too, but I just love your humor.
My husband says I'm not funny. He
Well,
told
he's
me
wrong.
once, he was like, you're not funny. I was like, what? I was like, I'm funnier than you. And then I think he was kidding, but you
I
know
love
how
that
they are.
you think he was kidding, but you're not really sure.
Well, it depends on the day. Sometimes I'm like, it depends on the day.
Now, how long have you been in the industry?
Published, I want to say 2017, writing maybe 2014.
Ooh, that's
2014, 2015.
Stacy, how long have you been?
2011,
2011.
2013.
Great.
No, 2013. Sorry. 2011 is when it kind of started, right?
Yeah.
That's when like Amanda Hawkins or whatever like came
Mhm.
out, right? That was her name.
Yeah.
So I think my first book was 2013.
Yeah. If I saw a cover, I might know. But so you've been in the industry for a long time and you've seen a lot of trends come and go. You've seen algorithm changing, the community being really tight-knit, and then the community blowing up, the rise of TikTok and I believe the fall. Um, what do you think of like what it like it's a lot to absorb. And I know that you have been prioritizing living a fullest life and taking trips that my son wants to like I said I wanted to do it and he said you can stay at home, I'll go. So
All
he
right.
can't wait. He can't wait to
It's
go.
worth it. You should go. It's worth it.
Yeah, what I will one day, one day. But that's a lot, right? What do you think?
I mean, in the beginning, I think when I first started, this kind of stuff didn't dawn on me that, it could become this big thing. So I kind of just took it day by day and was like, I am that person that just try a lot along and one day go, oh yeah, that's right. That's kind of, that's my personality. I don't, focus on those things. I did like how people were blowing up, like, as far as TikTok is concerned, I thought that was great. But the double-edged sword is that you're introducing this type of artwork into another group who may not necessarily, they may like it, but like they're not the people it's meant for, and they may find a way to break it down. So I found like that aspect of it that I didn't like, and that's why you notice I don't post. I post on TikTok, but I post on I have two TikToks. I have one that has my other stuff, and then I have one that has my author stuff. And I don't post as much because I found that it just gets a little crazy, and I'm just like, why are people like this? And I'm just like, I just want to
It
post things and
I
laugh.
ask me myself every day, why are people like this every day? Why I choose a dog?
Exactly. So I think I liked how it was in the beginning, but I also understand that things change and we get new fans. And this is no shade on new fans because new fans are great, but I think it's just a different generation. It's like a generational gap between fans, just like it is with people. And people like things one way, and then some people like it the other way. And it just sometimes it clashes. Sometimes it's like this, but most times, it's like this because it's like, no, this is this and this is that. It's just like the whole debate whether dark romance is this, like that kind of debate. And I like me it's fiction, but then there's someone else who maybe a new reader, maybe an old reader, who knows? And they're like, it's not fiction, it's XYZ. So it's like that whole divide on certain aspects of this particular world that like I don't like, but you kind of you roll with it, even if you don't like. Because I'm that person that okay, it's gonna be this way, but I'm still gonna roll with it, and I'm gonna do what I do.
Yeah, what
And
else
I'm
are you
not
gonna
like the one
do?
who's like the holding the ruler saying, "Don't do this and this." I'm like, listen, I'm gonna do what I
Exactly.
do. You're gonna do what you do. We
Hmm.
Life
coexist.
goes on, right? That's the thing is life goes on. If it's not for you, it's not for you.
Hmm.
But I don't need to know about it. That's my, I use that
Hmm.
block button so fast and
Oh
that
yeah, listen, let
hit
me tell
button.
you.
Yeah.
I just got a message from Michael Jordan. Was it Michael B. Jordan the other day? And we had to block. I mean, we were talking, but we had to hit the block button. Like, this is the stuff I get. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, thanks, guy.
What is your social platform you love the most then?
I love TikTok for personal reasons. For
Yeah,
personal reasons,
scrolling.
like because if you
Yeah.
if you follow my other page, you'll understand. For personal reasons, but I
What about,
also I tolerate Facebook and Instagram. Like I like them because I can contact my friends and my readers. Like I because they kind of stick with that and they can send me messages. But like I prefer TikTok. I when I first started using it, I didn't realize like I was like, hair messed up, facial, just like, what are you doing? Like terrible video. And I finally figured out how to use it. And I was like, oh, I could just make myself look pretty and it's great. And but at the same time, I've gotten so comfortable with filming videos that I will film a video with a bonnet on or my hair. I'm like, listen, my hair's messed up. I'm sorry. And I'll talk about something because I've grown that comfortable with TikTok that it doesn't bother me. But I'm that kind of person where if I'm comfortable with something, it won't bother me. Like I'm a Scorpio too, so it takes a lot to be like to bother us. We kind of just like we let things fly. Oh, you look terrible. Okay, it's Sunday.
Yeah, but Scorpio, when you do get them really
Oh
mad, they're
yeah.
vengeance
Oh
mad.
yeah. Yes.
Woo!
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very true. But I'm very good. Like it takes a lot. But once you do, that's it. But it takes a lot to get me upset because I worked in healthcare, so it's like, you know,
Oh, you have
It's
very, oh,
hard.
I was actually going to ask you, like, what was your history and what got you into writing? And then what's your writing process? Because you sound like me, you're mood
I'm a
writer.
mood
So
writer. It's fun. I had like my sister teased me about that. I had an imaginary friend when I was younger. I had friends, but I don't know why. I just had this one imaginary friend, and my sister said, "I knew you'd be a writer one day because you used to talk to people when you were little." And I was like, "Oh God, that's." So I think I've always had an imagination and I never really like put it together that hey, I can put these things that I think to myself on paper because I'm a one who thinks out loud like oh I say Kira don't do that. Well, Krystyna duh, but I'll say don't do that. So I think I've always had an imagination, and I one day was like, oh, I don't know who I was reading. I was reading some author. It was like this parent, maybe, I think I was reading Brenda K. Davies. I don't know if you ever heard of her, but I really love her
yes.
books. And I was reading something about her, and I was like, oh, vampires, this is awesome. And then I got, I wouldn't do that with story. Let me see. And then I started writing my own stuff, and I was like, oh, this is actually a pretty good. And I just wrote like a prologue to Finding Colleen, which is actually a very dark prologue. So do not recommend if you don't like triggers. But But I wrote the prologue and then I was like, oh, this is it. And then I showed it to my sister and she looks at me. She's like, all right. And then I was like, I think I should write some more in this book. And then I just continued on and I just kept updating. First, I wrote it in first person. And then I don't know if someone was like, no one writes paranormal in first person. I was like, ah. And I had to
What?
change it all into third person. Yeah, this is like young me.
What is that a role I
Yeah, let
missed?
me change it to third person. So this is actually the only book that series that I have is in third person. Is the hybrid series because I refuse to change it back because I remember the trauma that it was that I had to fix it back. I was like, nope, it's staying in third person. I just will, train my brain to write it that way. Um, but yeah, and then like in general, like my writing process in general, I am a plantser, meaning, well, plot and whatever. But I found that when I did Firefly, which is that when I was in Serena Bowen's world, we had to do Excel spreadsheets with like each chapter. It was like a whole process that, just so we can kind of submit, for our our work, which was good because it sees what flow you're going. Because this is a world and you have 15 to 20 authors writing in this world, so you can't keep track of it. So it was basically our Bible that we kind of had to submit. And I started doing that, and I did that for the Twisted Origin, that series, the Infinite Destiny series. And I found that that actually works for for paranormal contemporary. So I have like little books I'll write notes in, and I try to do something similar so I can keep track of character features. But I'm I bounce around. It just depends on the content of the book. Like if it's a novella, I'm not gonna be that serious and I'll have like little notes. But if it's like something that's more in depth, I'll have like a little spreadsheet.
Yeah. I mean, that just makes sense because you're world building in
Hmm.
paranormal. So having a spreadsheet with detailed ideas and being able to reference and make sure that this new world you created is the same one that you're using in your head to write this chapter. Like that does make sense versus contemporary. We're all stuck here. We know the rules
Yeah,
of
exactly,
this
I love,
exactly.
place.
I love it. You guys are talking spreadsheet. I'm like, okay, Capricorn.
I
Like,
know.
you have spreadsheets.
Are
I'm
you
like,
Capricorn too?
No.
I'm just talking to you.
Oh,
I'm a
me.
Gemini.
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
spreadsheets. I
She
have
Well,
doesn't write
trust me, it
anything
wasn't easy
down.
because I keep things here. I have like the weirdest memory where like my husband laughs at me. This is like my general memory. So if I'm leaving the house, I'm allowed 5 things to remember before I leave the house. So if I say okay, phone, keys, whatever, and if I get to the fifth thing and there's a sixth thing, something gets pushed out when I
it's only
leave.
five. Only five.
But if it's a book, I am going to remember the eye color of so and so and whatever. Sometimes I have to like jog my memory, but I'll remember like this random part. I won't know where it is, but I'll remember this random part in my story. Like, oh, the one part when we had the what is it, the barbecue sauce scene in Firefly. You know, that kind of stuff. Like I'll remember that. But ask me to remember like daily life things, for me, forget it. Like what? What color is my socks? I don't know. They don't match half the time.
What sign are you, Christina?
I'm a
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Duh. I need you already mentioned that.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
And then I'm a
You're forgiven.
Capricorn, Gemini. Colleen, what are you?
Cancer.
Cancer. Oh, Cancers don't let anything go. Never make Colleen mad. Of the
I
four
They
would
do
never
Cancers,
make
though.
Colleen mad.
no,
That's
can't.
funny.
When they say sorry, or when they do better, but if they don't, like a stubborn. Well, I think Cancers are the most stubborn. I really
Am
do.
I stubborn?
No, you aren't, but I've never made you mad that I know of.
Oh, you haven't.
You
I
do.
don't
You
get
would have it.
mad.
You would be. You're the kind though, like you're so sweet and so nice, but to piss you off, especially if you come after somebody you love or care
Yeah.
about. Oh yeah, I've seen like when she gets like when feels protective mama over me. Whoo,
I
Yeah.
think
yeah.
you think you don't get mad because they're literally dead in your head. They're gone.
Pretty much.
Anybody who had they don't exist to you
And see, we
anymore.
get to write them dead. We're like, now that person is dead in my book.
Yeah.
If I let you in my heart, then yes. But otherwise, it's
I feel like Scorpios get a bad rep because everyone thinks that they're like attacky.
Scorpios and Geminis, I think
We
it's
are
the
very nice. We love really hard. We have
Mhm.
our issues, but we are very like attached to people. Like if we fall for you, or if you are our friend, we will do anything for you. But the second you do something, I have this particular two people that I cannot mention from way back when, where something happened. If I saw them in the street, I would spit on them. That is the level
Yeah.
of
Okay, there's the
well, I have a
Scorpio.
feeling I might
wow.
know
This
one
is
of
a
our
Scorpio
mutuals.
because I'm like,
But I would look and just go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's very funny. Like you don't think that, and like because you're like you're so nice. I was like, yes, I am nice, but you
then you
know,
judge me.
Yeah.
you know.
Sweethearts have backbones. Sweethearts
Mhm.
are allowed to have backbones, and people
And I think
think,
I'm very direct too. People don't like that when you're very like. I'm not afraid to like. It's not necessarily telling someone about themselves, but if they ask me a question, I'm going to give you an honest answer. You want an honest answer? And then they get mad when you give them an honest answer. I was like, well, what do you want me to say? You want me to lie to you?
Sadly, most of the world's like, yes, please. Yeah. No, I'm
True.
I
pretty blunt too.
appreciate that.
yes. Now that our astrology portion
Yes.
of the podcast, yes, I freaking love astrology. But what are you? So you're working on the third, right?
Yes.
In your series. Is there anything else that you're working on too?
I am I am in the process of working on something. So I got an agent, which was not surprising, or I should say was surprising. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it. It kind of fell into my lap. So I
How does
am
an
working on,
agent just fall into? Do you know how many people
well, it's
right now
there's
are
a whole story
so?
behind it. Someone recommended me and then I spoke to this person and it kind of worked out. And
Yeah.
but I'm in the process of, I have to finish this first and then I'm jumping into that particular story, which I think it's gonna be a rock star story. Well, we'll see. It's we're
Is this when you're going to submit?
Yes, it is what I'm submitting because I'm not traditionally published, and I figured, let's see what happens.
right?
It seems to be the year for all of us to do that.
I know,
All of us
literally.
indie to go. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's gonna be a comedy, and there's some things happening that I can't say, but it's I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. And I actually tend to I like writing New York based stories. So a lot of my stories, if you notice, are based in New York or at least have something happening in New York. So I think this one probably is it New York based. I know I wrote a few chapters. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I have to look at it. I can't remember. There's like
That
two
was
other things I'm working on. I'm
the
just like,
six items that got pushed out is where
but I
you
have like a list of things. Like I have to do the third book in the Infinite Destiny series, and I also have to do another book in the Hybrid series because it's not finished. I knew it wasn't finished. It's just I've been delayed on that because of other books, but I am going back to the Hybrid series to try to finish it out, which is I wanted that to be 6 books and it's three and a something. Which I actually, Colleen, I have to get you a copy of the special edition, which has a little short story on the couple that's going to be in the next book. Which I have to get you a copy. It's somewhere. I'm gonna order some for Philly. Are you gonna be in Philly?
Yes, I
Yes,
was going to ask you.
I'll get you.
That was my next
you
one.
Just remind me because you see the memory is going to be gone. And I was like, I said that really?
So you're going to be at Philly too?
Yeah, I'm signing in Philly in
We're
November
all in
8th.
Philly this year. Yay.
Yeah,
love
I am like I've been slow. I've been how do you say lollygag? I've been like I just been in like Krystyna zone for like it's been great. It really has been great.
Okay.
I'm like back to writing because you have to focus, and I'm like I know. And even my husband's like, "Have you written today?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Are you a time of day you said after this you have to write? Are you like to me, I'm done. Like I can't write. Like I could probably
Well,
mark it at night, but are you okay with like writing at
oh yeah,
night?
totally. Like I joined some Discord that does like writing sprints, so I'll do that too.
Oh, you
Or
guys are writing sprinters. I
actually,
can't.
I find that I
Yeah.
do more when I sprint. It's very interesting. What you would think that by yourself you would no sprinting because I feel like I disappoint myself when I don't beat the other person. So I'm like, okay, hurry up, try to get some words in there. And so I join writing sprints. But I used to dictate and I found that I talk too fast and every dictation app just hated me. And like I just am like it was not for me, even though like it kind of works, but it's too many corrections and I didn't like it. I was just like, no thanks. This is not for me. So and the thought process for that is a little different versus when you
Yeah,
type.
I don't know
it's
how
a
people do that.
it's a different hemisphere of your brain. It literally
Mhm.
is different. So just a little aside, because I think you'd find this interesting. There's like people who have a split brain, right? And there's the left side and the right side. And if you speak an answer and write an answer, what you say will be more socially acceptable and grounded versus
Hmm.
what you write will be more outrageous and out there. So if you're thinking about something, but instead of dictating it, you're writing it, you actually have fewer social like formalities.
Restrictions?
Yes,
Yeah.
Hmm.
formal. Yes, so you can be
I
more
can see that.
push boundaries more and easier. Like just for instance, they asked a boy, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" He said mechanic while he wrote race car driver.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well, I
right.
have to admit, like I would hate to dictate my own sex scenes. Like I'd be like, Eddie, push the God,
Oh,
that
yeah.
sounds weird out loud.
Listen, for
That
my
sounds awful
scenes,
out loud.
I have to like I when I first started writing scenes, I'm telling which book was this for? Oh God, this was for Coming for Christmas. So picture this: I'm in a Panera. I'm sitting there with other people. We were just discussing this, and I was trying to explain a scene. It was it the threesome? What scene was that? I don't remember. It was some. Oh yes, it was the threesome toward whatever part that was in. And I'm sitting there with like I don't know if I had like a fork, a spoon, and a book. I was like, all right, so if he's this way, and I'm like, am I? And somebody was at the other table looking at me, and I was like, yeah, rested on the table.
Okay, that needs to be in a scene in itself. The spoon is like,
It was like so because I was trying to picture some upside down acrobatic movement. I don't remember what it was, but I was trying to picture it, and I was like trying to, and then yeah, it was not good. So,
but I appreciate you for trying to work it out because I've read books that you're like, that's not possible.
I will try to. It's really interesting, and I think we have to abbreviate because this is like online. So corn is very helpful, or like pictures are very helpful in trying to figure out. And like I look at them, can I go? Because you think, oh, that's not going to work, and you go, oh, well, they did it, so it must, it must be able still work. Like I don't literally sit there and watch it, but it's like if I'm trying to figure out something, I'll do like a Google search, and the restrictions are off on my Google amongst other things. So I look and I go, oh, okay, that makes sense. So
Yeah.
and it's very
Like,
technical. The thing is, it's not even like you're not thinking those things, but it's very technical, and you're just like,
Yeah.
and it's like you're sitting there like, oh, okay. So if he puts his leg that way, but it's just I don't know. That's the only way that I can kind of put it. I'm a visual person, so I have to like see it to kind of go,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I can write it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if people wanted to do a book club to feel good, Coming for Christmas is like just might as well start it. Just book
Yep.
one. Just everybody feel good.
I think
Have a
everybody
good
needs to
time.
read it.
I think it is the
And then they'll look
season.
at
I
me and
think
go,
I'll start with the werewolf and then go into Christmas, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, listen, hey.
For our readers and author friends who are listening right now, where can they follow you?
I am on TikTok. I haven't, well,
Or your handle. I'm sorry, what's your handle
my,
to follow you on?
what is my, oh, it's at Krystyna Allyn author. I think that's what it is. Oh dear God, what was my handle? I have to look. Isn't that sad?
That's not the 5 things on her list, Willow.
I know.
I what I can do. I do have a link that actually has all my links on it. It's
Yeah, we could snag that.
I can attach
yeah,
it
I'll
to
send you. It's like a
everything.
link that literally, if you put it in, has all my links attached to it. Just not. I'm considering, but see, I think this is such a bad move. I'm considering putting my alternate link on there for my personal, saying, "Hey, if you just want to have fun, come here because it's all about BL, so it's great." But I think I might keep that out. Let me see.
Whatever
Yeah,
makes your heart happy.
it
Whatever
re-
makes your heart happy. Yeah.
yeah, I know. I'm always a flip flopper when it comes to that kind of stuff because she's like, you want to share your world with your readers, but at the same time, you're like, oh, I don't want to think I'm crazy.
I already think you're crazy, girl. That's why we love you. It's crazy. It works
That's
in
a
this
little
world.
crazy, not too crazy.
Yeah.
It depends on the day. So.
Well, we'll just add your links to this podcast. So don't worry about it.
I'll send it to you
People
because
follow her and read her stuff. It'll make you feel good.
Yes.
And
Or
besides,
horny, whatever.
and besides,
Well, I mean, maybe.
Indies Invade Philly, are you going to any other events coming up?
No, I've been like cutting back on my signings. I actually did apply for BookCon, so we'll see how that goes because there's probably like a million people applying for BookCon. So I thought, hey, maybe I'll give it a shot, see what happens. If not, I'm not upset about it. I might sign up for some signings, but I've been like kind of stepping away because they're very. I like intimate signings. I'm not saying I won't do a bigger one, but I like intimate signings. So I try to, if I do any, it'll be like something small, and I'll just like announce it on my page or my social media. Sometimes we do a Valentine's Day signing in
Barnes and
Barnes and
Noble.
Noble in Christiana, Delaware, in February. So if I'm there, I might be there, or it just depends. Like there's some smaller signings that I might do, but I haven't decided yet. 2026, I think we'll see what happens. Like I'm always like a flip flopper because it's like I'll never do another signing, and then like you're signing, yes, I'll be there. Forget it. Sorry, it's fine.
If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Make sure you subscribe and share this with your friends. Until next time, thank you so much for coming on, Krystyna.
You're
We loved
welcome.
having
We
you.
loved having you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.